This episode is made possible by our sponsor, Omega Bright Wellness. I've taken their omega-3 supplements for many years, and so has my wife, and that's why I invited them to sponsor my podcast. I'm proud to have them. You can find all of their products online at omegabrightwellness.com, and bright is intentionally misspelled B-R-I-T-E, omegabrightwellness.com. Hello and welcome to Distraction. I'm your host, as always, Dr. Ned Hallowell, yesterday, today, and I hope tomorrow. Today I'm going to respond to a question we received from a listener about coping with your ADHD symptoms before you get a diagnosis. Zoe reached out to us and wrote in part, "Hi, Dr. Hallowell, I'm 16 years old and I'm not officially diagnosed with ADHD, but my mother has a neuroscience degree and has a lot of experience working with kids with ADHD and autism, and she and I are both nearly positive I have it. So basically, I've been struggling with symptoms of ADHD my whole life. I've been trying to use some strategies to help out at home, i.e. caffeine, accommodations around the house, and using a planner, or trying to at least. But I'm still not happy with the way I struggle to get through crucial daily tasks, and my symptoms continue to hinder me day to day. We've applied for an appointment with a psychiatrist at our local university, and will try to pursue a diagnosis and treatment, but they have a 3 to 6 month wait to even book an appointment. I'm glad they're in high demand because they're some of the best in the country, but it's still pretty frustrating, as I'm really struggling and was hoping to try to get treatment far sooner. I was wondering if you had any advice on how to cope with my symptoms until then. Thank you so much, Zoe." Well, Zoe, good news is coming. Good news is coming. You have your mom, and you can proceed on the assumption that you have it. The only thing you can't do on your own is get medication, but you can do pretty much everything else. So you don't need to wait for the doctor appointment 3 to 6 months to get going on what I call unwrapping your gift. I mean, that's what I think of the treatment as being, not treating a disorder, but unwrapping a gift. I see the condition as a trait. So you can start maximizing the benefits and minimizing the downside today. You start doing it today by writing to me this note. You're starting to do it. You're reaching out for help. You're wanting to get information. That's what it's going to be for the rest of your life. So don't worry that you have to. There's nothing magical that's going to happen in that appointment that can't happen right now. Get a book, and I have a new one out. It's a very short book, and I really made it concise for people who have ADHD. It's called ADHD 2.0, written with my friend John Rady. It came out January 12th, and it's got a whole bunch of useful information as well as descriptions, and you can use that. And the meat of the book is only 120 pages long. So, even us ADHDers can get that, can swallow that meatball, swallow it, eat it, chew it, digest it, metabolize it, let it feed you, let it course through your veins and into your brain, and let it really, give you a new lease on life, hope, and energy and enthusiasm, and you can see where things have gone wrong, and you can chart out a course for things to go right. Start today. I mean, the first step in working with this condition is education. And, the doctor you're going to see, busy guy probably, or woman, you don't know how much time they'll spend with you, but you can really, particularly with your mom being a neuroscientist, get ADHD 2.0 and just delve into it and revel in it, enjoy it. The shock of recognition will be there on every page, and you'll say, "Oh my gosh, there's that. Oh, how did you know that? And what about that?" And that's really cool. You'll get all revved up and charged up and energized, and you and your mom will be dancing around the kitchen before you know it, because you'll be so excited that you've got this nailed. And that, the way I present it, that if you manage it right, it becomes a superpower. If you don't, it can ruin your life. But, that's not going to happen, because now you're going to learn about it. You're going to know how to tame this bucking bronco. You're going to know how to get brakes for this Ferrari engine of a brain you've got. You're going to know how to build a hydroelectric plant and turn Niagara Falls into a force that can can light up the state of New York. All of this awaits you, so don't wait the 3 to 6 months. Get going now. Get ADHD 2.0, read it with your mom, and I will want to see a video on TikTok of you dancing around the kitchen with your mother, celebrating your newfound condition, or newly described condition. Okay, Zoe, thanks so much for writing in. You sound like a really cool young woman. All right, that's it for me for today. Thanks so much to our wonderful sponsor, Omega Bright Wellness. Distraction listeners will save 20% on their first order at omegabrightwellness.com with the promo code PODCAST2020. Please reach out to us with your questions and comments by emailing connect@distractionpodcast.com. And remember to subscribe to Distraction wherever you listen to podcasts so you never miss one of our wonderful, wonderful episodes. And please do check out my new book, ADHD 2.0. I wrote it with my dear friend and colleague, Dr. John Rady. You can order a copy by clicking the link in the show notes or by going to my website at drhallowell.com. That's drhallowell.com. And you, of course, can find it wherever books are sold and on the old reliable Amazon. And I encourage you, if possible, if you have a local independent bookseller, to go there. Independent bookstores are little niches of just distilled positive energy, joy, learning, curiosity, mystery, suspense. They're wonder chambers, and they're populated, owned, staffed by some of the more interesting people in the world. Go stroll through your local independent bookseller. Distraction is created by Sounds Great Media. Our producer is the lovely, delightful, sprightly Sarah Guertin. And our audio engineer and editor is the very skilled and always there, reliable, ready for you, Scott Persson. I'm Dr. Ned Hallowell, and thank you so very much for listening to us today. Good luck. The episode you just heard was made possible by my good friends at Omega Bright Wellness. I take their supplements every day, and that's why I invited them to sponsor my podcast. Shop online at Omega Bright, and that's BRITE wellness.com.